Impressed?
No.
Well, this is the tallest hotel atrium in the country.
Just empty space.
Helga, do you want the commission or not?
I need it. I'm flat broke.
Well, then show some enthusiasm.
Wow.
And gratitude. Dane could choose a name artist from anywhere in the world.
So why is he considering a nobody?
You're not a nobody, Helga. You're an unknown.
Like there's a difference?
I believe in you.
I know you do, Blair, but this corporate honcho, how will you convince him?
With your model. It's brilliant.
He's too fucking edgy for this place.
Edgy is in. Dane likes to be at the head of a pack.
He sounds horribly wolfish.
Well, for a hotel chain owner, he's quite cultivated.
I'll judge for myself.
But he doesn't have to impress you. You have to impress him.
Fuck.
Have you prepared your artist statement?
My work is my statement. Adding anything would be like a comedian explaining a joke.
Well, at least have some stock phrases ready.
Such as?
Emotionally engaging.
Intellectually stimulating.
Try mentally stimulating.
What's wrong with intellectually?
It's elitist.
It's this place. Only the 1% can afford to stay here.
Well, the clientele may be financially superior, but not cognitively. So ditch intellectual.
I hate the thought of my art being seen only by rich people.
We'll score this commission and you'll be rich too.
I still can't get my head around that.
Well, you'll be free to do all the charity gigs you like.
Dream come true.
Well, you're not there yet. Producing art's only half the battle. The other half's marketing.
That's your job, Blair.
Well, I'm only your agent. You still need to self-promote. Work on your image.
What image?
Exactly. You could start by smartening yourself up.
Like you?
Well, customers are superficial. A female art dealer makes more money wearing heels.
You're always immaculate. Not a hair out of place.
Oh, well, thank you for the compliment.
It was a subtle dig.
Which I chose to ignore. We call this phenomenon graciousness.
With heavy-handed sarcasm?
I don't need to impress you. You need to impress Dane.
With mascara and lippy?
Well, there's no need for a physical makeover, but at least improve your attitude.
What the fuck's wrong with my attitude?
Learn to schmooze.
Schmooze? Is that a portmanteau word like brunch?
I think schmooze is Yiddish.
Humor me. If it was combining English words, what would they be?
Shine and amuse.
No. Ooze bullshit and smarm.
Okay, here he comes. If you can't be charming, at least be polite.
I'll try.
Blair, how lovely to see you.
Oh, you too, Dane. Let me introduce our artist, Helga.
Ah, fellow creative, welcome.
What do you create? Wealth?
As a byproduct. Money is my raw material. I use it to fashion experiences.
I thought you provided accommodation.
Well, tourists will have the stay of their lives here, Dane. This building is magnificent.
Apart from the architecture, whoever designed this sterile cavern ought to be shot.
The initial sketch was mine.
What she means is that
The space was never intended to be left empty.
Helga, you should know better than to judge a work of art before it's finished.
Sorry, sir. I was out of line.
It's perfectly all right. I embrace robust criticism. Makes me feel like an artist.
Now I look closely. I see this as a glorious, three-dimensional blank canvas.
That was my goal.
Crying out to be occupied by a spectacular installation.
Something emotionally engaging.
And stimulating to the brain. I mean, the mind. I mean, the head.
I love hearing artists talk. The way you stumble to articulate your visions. It's so dynamic.
Well, you stumbled there, Dane. You're clearly a natural born artist yourself.
I have a concept in mind, Helga. What do you think of this?
A paperclip?
Imagine it magnified 500 times, hanging up there, symbolizing connectivity.
Excuse me, I thought you were considering me as the artist.
I am. I have every confidence you can make this idea come to life.
There's obviously been a misunderstanding.
What Helga means is it's already been done, a giant paperclip.
Are you sure?
Oh, in Finland. Yeah, you don't want to be accused of plagiarism, do you?
No, of course not.
Art has to be original.
I agree. Goodbye, paperclip.
You don't mind?
Rejecting concepts is part of the creative process. I embrace every step.
Well, Helga, show us your model.
Okay.
Ah, the thrill of the reveal.
Okay, now don't freak out.
Nothing shocks me.
This is a maquette.
What have we got here?
The final
Uh,
version will be hugely scaled up.
Let me see again. Oh, we have a bow-legged man with long fingers. Oh dear, sorry. We can't mark deformity.
It's a bat skeleton.
Oh, so it is. No problem then.
You don't find it too gruesome?
Not at all. Hotels are notorious for bland paintings, boring still lifes and landscapes.
Yeah, with the occasional abstract.
Only if it passes the Rorschach test for inoffensiveness.
Nothing even vaguely Freudian.
Art should challenge norms.
Push boundaries.
You've nailed this, Helga. I love it. The commission is yours.
Just like that?
Bring up the contract, Blair. I'm ready to sign.
Whoa.
You'll receive the advance in your bank account within the hour.
All right, here you go. Take your time to read it.
No need for that.
Such trust. I'm deeply touched.
Don't be. My lawyers have already gone through this with a fine-tooth comb.
Well, I'm pleased I passed the examination.
Over to you, Helga.
Hope I'm not signing my soul away.
You are.
For fame and fortune.
I'll manage.
Excellent. Leave the model with me.
What for?
I'll send it back in a few days with a full list of my personal specifications.
Specifications?
Colors, materials, that sort of thing. I'm thinking flashing neon.
You're joking.
Dane, the artist has creative control.
Absolutely. The flash rate's entirely up to you, Helga.
I submitted my design. You approved it.
Yes, but in the development of any project, ideas evolve.
If I decide on any changes, I'll be sure to let you know.
And I'll listen. I'm open to collaboration. Are you?
She'll consider any suggestions within reason, in a professional manner. Won't you, Helga?
Tell you what, Dane, you're an inspiration to me.
This sounds promising.
My vision for the project has been way too limited.
Now you're talking.
The skeleton doesn't go far enough. I'll install a colony of live bats up there.
Live bats? Aren't they dangerous?
No, we'll encourage guests to confront their fears. How's that for an experience?
It's definitely cutting edge.
Well, Helga, you haven't thought this through. Wild animals leave droppings.
Falling on people's heads.
What a sensation. There's a posh hotel in China where it rains constantly in the atrium.
I read about that.
People pay big money to stay there.
It got rave reviews.
Not just on travel websites, in prestigious art magazines too.
And that place only has water.
How bland.
And boring.
We'll have urine and feces,
Well, are you too serious?
A Philistine objects.
proving we're on the right track.
Okay.
Go ahead, Helga. I leave the project in your hands. You have my blessing.
Don't you want to hear more details?
Surprise me. That's what I love most about art. Mind-blowing originality.
Well, Dane, I just,
Blair, ciao, Blair. If you come across any more budding geniuses, send them my way.
have you completely lost your senses?
I know exactly what I'm doing.
Recognition has clearly gone to your head.
I'm living my dream.
Of being a prima donna?
No, of shitting all over the rich.